What's up, guys? We're here with Thomas. You got third place with Yubel. The new card dropped. How do you find the new card, by the way? Like, what's your opinion on it?
These cards are... Phantom's insane, but Yubel as an engine is like pretty decent.
You think it's like a tier 1 deck? Snake Eye's like the better deck? Okay.
Yeah, Snake Eye's more consistent. It has more extenders and stuff, so yeah.
Well, so third place is pretty nice. I know you lost against Snake Eyes last round right there. Kind of unfortunate. Game 3 was pretty cool. We'll have that feature on the channel tomorrow or the next day. He kind of threw game 3. Any words you want to give here?
No, let's get into it.
Sounds good. Before we dive in, over like, comment, subscribe, and let's see.
Your starters, you play 3 Lotus, basically 1 Fire Blossom. And then you play 4 field spells. Then I'm playing 3 Rise Map. This searches pretty much anything in your deck, so it's kind of nice.
At the cost of half your life points, though. How do you feel about that?
That doesn't matter. Life point doesn't matter if you win the game.
Fair enough.
And then, yeah, there's these 10 cards. And then I'm also playing 1 for 1. And then for my other engine, I'm playing 3 and 3. So I'm not playing the Chaos Summoning Beast. I probably should, but I feel like it's a little bit worse right now. But like,
why are you on 3 of these? Like, I know a lot of people are playing only 2 of them.
So you have to play 3 because if you have to start with, you want to start with this because that way you can play through draw.
Okay, that makes sense.
And this card is insane. It just has 3 effects. Which, I don't know. It just reborn the card and add back and continue a spell. It's really good. And if you start with this and you don't have this, then it just feels really bad. Then you just lose like anything else.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, you play all these starters. Free ride map also can add this. So if you already have this, you can add this, which is nice. And then last, for extenders, I'm playing 3 Squirmers. A lot of people are cutting down on this, and I don't know why. You want to see this to play through hand traps. And yet, even though you can search it, if you get drolled, then if you have this in hand, then you can play through hand traps better as well. Like this plays your draw if you open it. And having multiple copies isn't bad because you just have it for follow-up, which is nice. So, yeah, and it's not a brick. You can
just summons for free. Like, it's
yeah, if you like have this and it's in perm, you can special this and go into your Unchained combo. Which is, yeah. Then engine requirements. I'm playing 2 Spirit and 1 Yubel.
It's only 2 Spirit. Is that pretty normal?
You probably could play 3 now, just because Phantom's in the game. So if you do hard draw, you can just shuffle it back to make a Phantom early on. But end of the day, these cards are bricks. You don't really want to see it. Spirit, you kind of want to see more because it pairs well with gates. So in that sense, Spirit is just a little bit better. But like, you don't want to see these cards. And I don't play to level 11 because
card's bad.
Every time I see that card, you just want to shoot yourself. And then I'm playing 1 Pain. This card is also shit because you have to destroy a dark, and you don't ever want to like draw it. Like you don't want to pop any of your other cards. You only want to pop Spirit for the most part. And like,
so we see it very different. Like prior to the Spirit of Yubel, we were playing multiple of these, right?
Even before Spirit or. Wait, what?
Not Spirit. I meant
Phantom?
the Phantom, yeah.
Even with without Phantom, I'm only playing 1 of this because this card's just a brick, and you only need 1 to play. And I'm trying something different. I'm trying Eternal Favorite. Just have another target to search off Spirit. Because I was playing Mature Chronicle instead of this, but I found that Mature Chronicle isn't as good anymore with Phantom because you're always shuffling this back, so you don't get that extra body to make a rank 10 or anything. So I tried this because Phantom will always summon a Yubel somehow, and then that way you can like super call your opponent's board. It is just a brick. I did draws today. It wasn't fun. It could be a second Pain because now people are like just banishing this, and sometimes you just want a second one for follow up. So yeah.
Okay.
And then other engine requirements, you play
the best cards in the deck.
I'm trying Escape because Escape adds more layers to your interruptions. And it plays better into like the Template Trap card or like a Pearly Field Spell, just stuff that are uninteractable. So you end on Rage, and then you can just pop the Rage and Yao can bring it back. You could play the other trap card, then you can link off the Rage. I'm just trying this out for now. Also, something that needs to be noted, Rise Map can also search for any of these Yubels. So something you can do, you can Rise Map search for this, then you can shuffle it back to make a Phantom.
Right away, that's pretty nice,
This deck will never come up because you don't play the other guy, but if you do play to level 11, you can just pre-Rise Map for the level 11.
Okay.
And then that's it for engine. I'm just playing, and then the rest are just non-engine. Just load up on hand traps. And then I'm trying to play like more board breakers. Just cards are good going first and second. Because drop was just good until like Melodious and Snake Eye. Especially Melodious, like this deck has a hard time to Melodious. So
That's because of the spell or the aria, right?
And also this also works in voiceless. So just like having these cards just helps against that matchups. And also playing more Mourners and shit. Just they're like Mourners just terrible right now. It's okay, but like
6 is enough, I suppose.
and yeah. Extra deck playing Almrod, you need to play this. This is very important. Well, one, you can make SP with it, but the other thing is that if you have Beckoning Beast and it gets Imperm, then you can just link it off, and you already have Gauge, then you can Gauge bring it back, and that can like make an SP at least. It's just something that just does come up. I was playing Anima. There are times where you want to like normal or special summon like Squirmer, like if you have Lotus plus Squirmer. So yeah, Lotus plus Squirmer. Like you normally special this, you use this effect to Ash it, then you can make an Anima, and then this can bring back this, and then you can still make an SP. But that doesn't come up very often. It's just, like if it happens, then it just happens. So I just accept that I lost to it. Yeah, an SP, Muck. This is just good for follow up. I'm playing 2 Yamas. You make the first one all the time, and you make the second one for follow up. And then 1 Rage, 1 Anguish, and then Access Code, Apo. You need Access Code to OTK because otherwise you have a bunch of like 0/0 bodies and you can't OTK without Access Code.
Have you thought of playing the Unchained level, the rank 4 or whatever?
Abomination is a card I would play, but it doesn't come up often. Like most of the time, I'd rather just make one of these cards. So yeah. And then I'm playing Rudrous. You try to make this as much as possible. You usually can. But the only thing that sucks is that because I'm playing 1 Yubel, if you end on Phantom and this, then you won't be able to summon off a Spirit because Yubel's under this.
That makes sense.
So yeah, and then I'm playing Chaos Angel because Phantom's a level 9, this plus level 1 makes Chaos Angel, so you have more ways. You have more ways to OTK. You just want to like OTK usually with like this plus one of these 2 cards.
Makes sense.
And then I'm playing 3 Phantoms and this for Eternal Contact.
And so the important question here is, how important is 3 Phantoms? I know people are going to be asking that. Can they get away with less?
You can play 2. The third can come up sometimes, and it will matter. So like 2 is like what you need for sure. But then the third one just comes up like more so going second when you're trying to break a board. It just helps having a third one because like the nice part about these cards is that they're just more Yubel names. So if you can spam a bunch of Yubel monsters, it makes it easier for you to OTK.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. And then side is this troll could be Nibs, could be anything. And I'm trying the more board breakers. And yeah, these are just like the generic stress targets. Normally side even against Snake Eye. And then going first cards and playing these cards just to beat the board breakers.
Yeah, she's pretty solid to me. You don't really find that. I guess you're not playing after turn 0. Anti-spell doesn't hurt you that often.
Yeah, you could play Skill Drain, but I'm not playing Skill Drain because like Skill Drain is worse because I'm not playing the level 11. If you are playing the level 11, then Skill Drain becomes a bit better because that way it's easier to OTK. But normally, if you flip Skill Drain, your opponent isn't ending on a big body to help OTK. So like Judgment just kind of does that better. Rivalry could be played.
If Rivalry could be played, is there anything you would change in your deck? Like,
you could like this whole side deck you could change. Maybe not these. I think these are. I've been liking these a lot. Main deck you could definitely like play more hand traps instead of like playing these non-engine. I guess something else I should say. I'm not playing Super Poly because most of the time, most boards aren't super polyable. Like Voiceless, if you super poly them, they just have the ritual spell to bring something back. Snake Eye, you can barely super poly them. there's just not a lot of like way for you to play Super Poly now. So that card just sucks.
That makes sense. Well, thank you. Congratulations on third place, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
I love Thomas Hall.